7:45 right now. Eat breakfast for a slimmer waistline and more energy. You probably heard breakfast is the most important meal of the day, but so many of us just grab breakfast on the go, or we skip it all together and just get a cup of coffee. But is that really the right move? Our nutrition expert, Dr. Rachel Yan, is here to set things straight. Good morning.
Good morning.
So how important is breakfast for us?
Breakfast is the most important meal of the day.
Literally.
You're literally breaking your fast from the night before. So what you put into your body first thing in the morning really sets the pace for your entire day.
Okay, so what about the thought that, hey, you know what? I can save calories if I just grab a cup of coffee and I'm starting off on a good foot.
Not really.
No?
Not so much. If you skip breakfast or you go for sugary or carb-heavy breakfasts like cereals or muffins, bagels, that kind of stuff, that actually spikes your blood sugar and then it drops it. And this roller coaster cycle of energy highs and lows translates to fatigue and more carb cravings through the day, which packs onto the waistline.
It's such a tough meal, though. You and I were talking, it's just, you know, we're parents or busy professionals and have things to do, and it's hard to cook. You might want to grab a muffin or something that you can just get from the freezer and throw in.
What I tell my patients is this: eat a mini dinner for breakfast.
Really?
So if you're cooking roast chicken and broccoli the night before, just make a little bit more. And then you have leftovers for breakfast. And not only is this the right kinds of proteins and fats that sets you up for better energy through the day, you also take the stress off of trying to cook an entire meal
you have
in
it
the
ready.
morning.
Now that is so funny that you would say that, because that is exactly what I do in the morning. I have chicken and broccoli and brown rice for breakfast, but I know my children would not eat that for breakfast. So what's a good breakfast that maybe we can give the kids or people who don't want to necessarily have dinner for breakfast?
Yeah. I would say foods like a breakfast omelet with avocado and spinach, that's a great way to set yourself up. If that's also not an option, then you can go for smoothies that are more vegetable heavy with things like almond milk, coconut milk, instead of just pure fruit or just coffee.
Nice. Now, do we know how big breakfast should be? Should it be a huge meal to get us started, or does it need to be smaller portion?
A lot of people actually can't tolerate breakfast in the morning. They're just not hungry.
Really?
And this is a pretty key red flag that your blood sugar is just not well handled. And so what I tell people is, if you're not hungry in the morning and all you want is coffee, and if you're experiencing afternoon highs and lows with your energy, you really need to optimize your breakfast. So even a few bites of the right kind of fuel will set you up for better long-burning energy and a better waistline too.
Yeah, and maybe they can make that omelet early and only eat half if they're not so hungry.
Absolutely.
And it really will help us to cut down on excess weight.
Absolutely. The right kinds of proteins and fats really satiates you, and it makes you feel clear and level-headed too.
Yeah.
And so you're not always running for quick fuel like granola bars and candy bars.
On those smoothies and the ones with the vegetables and avocado too, so satisfying. So Dr. Yan, thanks for getting us started on the right foot. All right, we appreciate it. We'll be right back.